Greetings, persons of quality. Welcome to COCC's first ever State of the College address. My name's Laurie Chesley, and I am proud to be the 6th president of this incredible institution. Let us begin by acknowledging that the beautiful lands our campuses reside on are the original homelands of the Wasco and the Warm Springs people. They ceded this land to the U.S. government in the Treaty of 1855. The Paiute people were forcibly moved to the Warm Springs Indian Reservation starting in 1879. It is also important to note that the Klamath Trail ran north through this region to the Great Celilo Falls trading grounds. Descendants of these original people are thriving members of our communities today. We acknowledge and thank the original stewards of this land. I very much appreciate everyone who is here today with us, whether in person or on YouTube. Gathered today are leaders who care deeply about the success of this region and all its residents. Together, we strive to co-create a more prosperous, equitable, and inclusive Oregon. Thank you for your past, present, and ongoing roles in making this a great place for everyone to live. And thank you for taking time today to hear about the impact that COCC continues to have on our dynamic region. I want to take a moment to recognize all of the elected officials who are in attendance today. That group, of course, includes members of COCC's Board of Directors, past and present, who have a special role in the governance and success of our college. Will the elected officials with us in the room please stand and be recognized? I also would like to recognize another important group of college supporters, the members, past and present, of COCC's Foundation Board. Will those of you who are with us in the room please stand and be recognized? You may ask, why are we just now beginning the tradition of giving a State of the College address? Your community college is at a pivotal point in our history. This fall, COCC's Bend campus will celebrate its 75th anniversary. Over the past 5 years, Central Oregon's population has surged, bringing thousands of new residents who may not know that they can access the state's longest-standing community college right here at home. We weathered and learned important lessons from the global COVID-19 pandemic. COCC has just completed the process of adopting a new strategic plan for the next 4 years, and many of you with us today helped us do the essential work of creating that critical roadmap. Now is the perfect time to reintroduce COCC to our region. It's the perfect time to share with our community that COCC is strong. Today, I will offer examples of how COCC is achieving our new mission, which is to empower students and engage communities through high-quality, equitable, and accessible lifelong education. First, we'll share an overview of the college, a COCC 101, if you will. Next, we'll explore COCC's goals from our new 2023-27 strategic plan. I'll offer some examples, by no means exhaustive, of the ways in which we're actively pursuing these goals. Finally, we'll spotlight our Madras campus expansion an exciting project made possible through the college's extensive regional partnerships. This product embodies COCC's mission and encompasses all of our goals. I hope you will walk away today with an enriched understanding of the state of the college and with a sense of how COCC contributes to a stronger Central Oregon for all. It is delightfully difficult to go a day without interacting with someone who has a connection to COCC. Our graduates include journalists at KTVZ, local childcare business owners, educators at Caldera High School, leaders in Prineville, medical assistants in Lapine, firefighters in the Black Butte Fire Department, and members of our own college staff. I've met nurses who graduated from COCC who are quick to share their admiration and gratitude for our faculty. I regularly see a current first-year student who works at a local business. At the beginning of the school year, she was a little unsure about college. But when I saw her last month, she excited me, so told me, "Hey, Laurie, I got 2 B+, and I understand math now." Awesome. Our community is invested in this college's success. Unsurprisingly, one of the most common questions I receive is, how's enrollment at COCC these days? So let's spend a bit of time reviewing our enrollment history and current trends. Community college trends typically run counter to economic trends. Historically, when the economy is strong, enrollments decline. When the economy is struggling, our enrollments increase. This graph shows COCC's enrollments, like those of most other community colleges, spiked during the Great Recession, when unemployment was high and the government was allocating significant resources for education and training. Our enrollment decline took a more precipitous fall during the pandemic. We did see a small increase in 2022-23, when total headcount was just over 12,000 students, up 2% from the previous year. This was most likely the beginning of a rebound from the pandemic, and we anticipate a modest enrollment increase in the next few years. As you'll learn later this morning, this is one reason why COCC is redoubling its efforts to help train our region's employed workforce. Community college students are diverse in many ways. They often do not fit the picture we have of the 18-year-old student who comes straight out of high school and pursues a degree. COCC is proud of its diversity and its accessibility. We serve students of all abilities, backgrounds, and beliefs. If you seek to improve yourself, your life, or your community, whatever your goal is, you are welcome here. As at other community colleges, COCC students vary in terms of their academic preparation. We are an open access institution, which means we admit everyone who seeks an opportunity to learn. Our students vary in age, with the average student being just over 24 years old. Our students are also socioeconomically diverse. 47% of COCC credit students cannot meet their educational expenses, even after family contributions, student earnings, and grant aid are taken into account. Our students are also racially and ethnically diverse. Students of color make up over 22% of the COCC student body, or about 1,500 credit students last academic year. COCC has one of the highest percentages of student veterans at any community college or public university in Oregon. Last academic year, nearly 6% of the COCC credit student population were veterans. We both honor and appreciate their service to our country. I was a first-generation college student, as are nearly 22% of COCC credit students. First generation means that we are the first in our immediate families to complete a college or university degree. COCC has been serving Central Oregon's large and increasingly diverse population for a long time. As I mentioned, we will mark the Bend campus's 75th anniversary this fall. Our Madras and Prineville campuses are both in their 12th year serving those communities, and last year, COCC's Redmond campus celebrated its 25th anniversary. COCC's service district spans 10,000 square miles. We are a comprehensive community college offering skill development, certificates and degrees in transfer programs like English, chemistry, and psychology, career and technical programs like dental assisting, aviation, and fire science, and developmental education, adult basic skills, and GED completion, classes that prepare students for college-level work. It's also important to note that many students come to us not seeking a certificate or degree. For example, students may attend COCC to update specific skills or pursue prerequisites. Approximately half of the students who attend COCC enroll in one of our non-credit classes. Our non-credit offerings span both workforce training and personal enrichment. COCC's Center for Business, Industry, and Professional Development offers short-term trainings, certifications, and expert advising that benefit both the region's workers and employers. Through our community education department, Central Oregonians can pursue a variety of personal interest courses in areas like language immersion, music, cooking, and fitness. No matter what they pursue at COCC, our students go on to contribute to their local communities. In turn, the college has a direct and tangible impact on the economic vitality of our region. In 2022, all 17 of Oregon's community colleges took part in a labor market data analysis to measure their economic impact. 3 data points from this study illustrate COCC's powerful economic contributions to our region. COCC has a nearly $290 million annual economic impact on our region based on the spending of our students, alumni, and the institution. 1 out of every 43 jobs in our district is supported by the activities of COCC and its students. A student who earns an associate's degree from COCC will see an $8,000 annual increase in earnings compared to a student whose highest degree is a high school diploma. Our exceptional faculty and staff also have an outsized impact on our region. The college is Central Oregon's 6th largest employer. We are proud to have been named 2023's Best Place to Work with over 50 employees by the Source Weekly in their annual readers poll. And COCC earned this recognition because of our faculty and staff, their collaborative spirit, their commitment to belonging, and their student-centered focus. Many of our employees are with us here in person or on YouTube. On behalf of our entire region, thank you to our faculty and staff for their hard work and dedication to this institution and our students. In order to maintain our impact upon the economic vitality of our region and upon individuals' lives, COCC has committed itself to 5 strategic goals: college sustainability, student-ready college, access, community engagement, and workforce development. COCC takes our role as stewards of taxpayer and student dollars very seriously, and the college is proud of its long history of fiscal responsibility. For those who may be unaware, our operational budget's major revenue streams come from 3 sources: approximately 42% from in-district property taxes, 20% from state allocations, and 30% from tuition and fees. COCC's tuition rates are consistently among the lowest of all 17 Oregon community colleges. Today, in-district COCC students pay $118 per credit, and our total in-district tuition and fees are the 5th lowest in the state. One of the critical ways COCC can lessen the cost burden on our students and the taxpayers is to seek grants to supplement and improve our programs and services. In the past year, COCC applied for 53 grants and received 42, totaling nearly $9 million. 2 recently funded projects offer examples of the range of COCC's grants. $3 million from the National Science Foundation's Advanced Technological Education Program will allow COCC to share its expertise in training electric vehicle technicians with 15 other community colleges. $600,000 from the U.S. Department of Education will allow COCC to establish an on-campus center of excellence for veteran student services. COCC's entire grants portfolio in 2023 totaled nearly $16 million, impacting over 60 college projects. COCC's current financial position is strong. Our revenue streams are either consistent with or higher than projections. We continue to operate within our budget and add strategically to our college reserves, ensuring we can continue to provide reliable services, prepare for potential risk, and address infrastructure needs and deferred maintenance. Our current financial position also allows the college to undertake new initiatives to grow, improve, and innovate for our students and other stakeholders. Another of our vital resources is the COCC Foundation, the oldest community college foundation in the state. Since 1955, the foundation has provided funds for scholarships, emergency student need, and capital improvements. This year, the foundation will offer a record $2 million in scholarship support to our students. Now I'd like to introduce you to Jeff Bowen, a COCC graduate and foundation scholarship recipient. Jeff can share in his own words how the foundation made a profound impact on his life and education.
Receiving the scholarship was groundbreaking for me. It was completely changed how I approached my education. I was unsure how much work I would have to be doing while going to school full time, and having the scholarship really allowed me to focus on my education, and I think it showed with my academic performance since receiving it. Some of the obstacles I've overcome are mostly financial based, as not having any real adult guardianship in my formative years really leads you to rely on the state for food stamps, and for local social workers to facilitate medical care, dentistry. All that stuff kind of falls by the wayside. You don't really realize that that's something that children don't know how to do. Personally, the scholarship means the world to me. I value education more than almost anything else in my life, and the scholarship has provided a chance to get an education without having to worry about constant financial strain or working full-time while trying to take a full course load. After I finish my junior and senior years at OSU Corvallis starting this fall, I plan on applying to medical school, and hopefully here in Oregon I'll be able to study medicine and then turn back around and provide care for our local communities. Since receiving the scholarship, I've had a 4.0 while taking 80 credits. I've had 100% in 2 calculus classes, every chemistry class, and biology courses. I'd like to tell the donors that I hope my story has given them a glimpse of what their generosity has provided to students in the area. It is unimaginable what they've done for people like me who love education and want to be successful in life and will give that energy to be successful, but they just don't have the resources to do it. So personally, I'd love to thank every donor for the opportunity they've given me.
Wow. We are so proud of Jeff. He graduated from COCC last June with a 4.0, received a prestigious Ford Family Foundation scholarship, and is pursuing his bachelor's degree at OSU in Corvallis. COCC prioritizes environmental sustainability as well as operational sustainability in our new strategic plan. Our beautiful college campuses and their facilities are important resources that require our stewardship. In late 2022, COCC became a signatory to the President's Climate Leadership Commitment. Specifically, we signed onto the carbon commitment of this nationally recognized framework to advance college climate action. In so doing, COCC has pledged that we will work toward carbon neutrality over time. This work, led by a very passionate team of faculty and staff, also includes further integrating sustainability into curricula across disciplines. If you pursued a higher education degree or certificate, think back to when you first started school. How many of us really knew exactly what we wanted to do right away? How many of us floundered in coursework or majors we ultimately didn't pursue, or paid money for classes we really didn't need? How many of us could readily navigate our college's catalogs and program requirements? We want our students to have a different experience. Historically, higher education institutions have focused their attention on whether students were college ready, rather than on whether they were ready for students. Today, many colleges, like COCC, are shifting the traditional paradigm, meeting students where they are and walking with them down a clear path to success through a research-based national movement called Guided Pathways. The overarching purpose of Guided Pathways is to improve student goal attainment by simplifying and clarifying the internal architecture of higher education based on 4 foundational principles. These principles include providing targeted assistance to help students identify their interests early on, intentionally connecting students with resources based on those interests, offering them inspiring classes in their first term in their desired area of study, and helping them plan and customize their paths as needed. In short, Guided Pathways seeks to provide students the clear direction and intentional focus that many of us struggled with in college. There are also numerous non-academic barriers to student success. To alleviate as many of these as we can, COCC offers a wide range of services and resources in collaboration with our community partners. We have more non-academic support services than I can mention this morning, so I'll highlight just a few. Our partnership with St. Charles Health System allows our students to access free personal counseling services, both in person and remotely. With grant support from several local agencies, ASCOCC, our student government, sponsors a food pantry on all 4 campuses. These pantries include fresh and non-perishable foods, hygiene products, diapers, and more. In the fall of 2023 term alone, the ASCOCC Food Bank served approximately 1,090 students and more than 3,200 family members. Access to technology is also critical for our students' ability to study and succeed wherever they are. COCC's Barber Library offers a technology lending program at all 4 of our campuses. Hundreds of students each year check out laptops, Wi-Fi hotspots, web cameras, and other items for a full academic term. In the 1960s, community member and expert seamstress Harriet Langmus founded a free clothing closet for women who needed attire for job interviews. A few years ago, a group of faculty, staff, and community volunteers from COCC and OSU Cascades decided to revive Langmus's project. Today, the Clothing Connection is a wonderful, sustainable resource full of new and gently used clothing, generously gifted by individual and corporate donors, and staffed by a team of dedicated volunteers. The Clothing Connection offers approximately 160 users per month free clothing, and students can request items be sent from the Bend location to any of our branch campuses. COCC's partnership with Thrive Central Oregon brings a full-time benefits navigator to the college. Thrive helps COCC students access community resources, including help with housing, healthcare, and utilities. But if students don't know about the wraparound support services that are available, they won't be able to ask for the help they need. In addition to holding a student resources fair each term, we created a quick video to ensure our students know what Thrive is and how it can help them.
Community college can be tough. You're balancing coursework, studying, and a job on top of it all. It's normal to feel overwhelmed. But that's where COCC's partnership with a benefits navigator comes in. Thrive Central Oregon is a benefits navigation program designed specifically to help students facing financial challenges.
At Thrive Central Oregon, any basic needs that a student may need help with, we can connect them to resources in the community. Our staff speak both English and Spanish. Nuestro personal habla el inglés y el español también.
I was really struggling. My landlord raised my rent. I thought I was going to have to quit school. Thrive Central Oregon really changed things for me.
Thrive Central Oregon is different from other assistance programs available to COCC students. While programs like STEP PTO can help with tuition and fees, transportation, textbooks, and testing fees, the staff at Thrive can help connect students to a wide variety of resources, from assistance for housing, food, or utilities, to accessing affordable medical care.
It doesn't matter how much money you make or what situation you're in, so I recommend just coming in and talking to us.
Thrive and COCC really connected me with resources that allowed me to stay in school. I would encourage everyone who's trying to juggle it all to just stop by the Thrive office. Everyone there is really friendly, and they're quick to help.
Students can call me or Thrive in general, or they can send an email. Our email is thrive@cocc.edu. So if you're having any struggle, just pop by because we might be able to help.
With Thrive Central Oregon, you can keep your education at COCC your top priority and stay on your path to the career you've always wanted. So don't wait. Reach out to Thrive at COCC today.
With our commitment to equity, COCC makes special efforts to extend our services to those who have traditionally been underserved. We offer 3 culturally specific college preparation programs for Latinx, Native American, and Afrocentric students and their allies. These college prep programs are offered in partnership with 10 local high schools, and students may also choose to attend week-long summer symposia held at COCC. Through a dynamic curriculum, the programs emphasize academic success, leadership development, and cultural pride. They also introduce students to resources, scholarship writing, and financial literacy to help ensure their success wherever their paths might lead. Outcomes for these programs are impressive. Last year, the Good Road, our Native American college prep program, enrolled 51 students. LEAD, our Afrocentric college prep program, enrolled 72 students. And Avanza, our Latinx college prep program, enrolled 105 students. All the seniors in these 3 programs graduated from high school, and nearly all attended college. COCC is also committed to improving life outcomes and lowering recidivism rates for adults in custody at Deer Ridge Correctional Institution. Last year, we collaborated with East Cascades Works and other partners to pilot a program that teaches job-seeking and resume writing skills and connects students to local employers. This program is now being expanded across the state. COCC has also offered courses in adult basic skills and welding at Deer Ridge. This spring, the college will increase its course offering so that adults in custody at Deer Ridge can work toward an Associate of Arts Oregon transfer degree. During the pandemic, COCC's transition to online learning transformed the way we deliver programs and services. While many students prefer in-person learning, others have realized the flexibility that online learning affords. We will always offer students a variety of different learning modalities, but one of our new strategic plan projects is to continue to grow our online program offerings. They are in greater demand now, and they allow us to better meet the needs of working and rural students. College completion improves many quality of life outcomes. That's why COCC is an active partner in creating a college-going culture across our region. We want to instill a love of learning at an early age. Last summer, COCC's Community Education Department offered 41 youth camps in Madras, Prineville, Redmond, and Bend. These youth camps explored many areas of interest, including criminal justice, aviation, computer programming, culinary arts, and foreign language. Using grant funding, we offered 13 of these summer camps at no charge to over 160 rural underserved students. In total, 479 local youth participated in a 2023 COCC summer camp. COCC also offers accelerated learning opportunities specifically for our region's high school students. Last year, more than 550 high school students took college credit campuses on one of our campuses. Another 1,030 high school students took a college credit course at their local high school via COCC's College Now program. COCC is a longtime contributor to the intellectual and cultural vibrancy of Central Oregon. For example, the COCC Foundation's Nancy R. Chandler Lecture Series and COCC's Season of Nonviolence have welcomed renowned speakers, best-selling authors, and celebrated experts to deliver free or low-cost programming to our region. Our college also hosts the Central Oregon Symphony and the Cascades Chorale. COCC has several art galleries with exhibitions on our campuses each year. In addition, our outstanding faculty move beyond their classrooms to contribute their scholarly and professional expertise to public events region-wide and sometimes even farther afield. COCC's community engagement goal also translates into partnerships that address regional challenges. No better example of this kind of collaboration exists than the extensive work we do to train early childhood educators that Central Oregon so desperately needs. COCC's early childhood education program has existed for over 30 years. Our incredible education faculty serve on regional and statewide advisory boards to counsel community leaders and state policymakers. We proudly support the ongoing professional development of our region's educators by hosting the annual Early Learning Conference and Future Educators Fair. And thanks to our partnerships and grant programs like Grow Your Own with the High Desert ESD and Jefferson County Schools, as well as Partners in Practice with Neighbor Impact, COCC offers culturally and linguistically responsive programming throughout our region. Thanks to our partnership with Neighbor Impact Childcare Resources, COCC's Small Business Development Center proudly offers early childcare business accelerators. These free 3- and 6-month programs are offered in both English and Spanish in one of 2 tracks: licensed home-based family care provider or certified childcare center operator. To date, those who have successfully completed the accelerator programs have received more than $820,000 in grant funds to create more than 525 new childcare slots. These programs have been so successful that the state of Oregon, Oregon's Small Business Development Center, and the JTMF Foundation are funding look-alike projects that create similar childcare accelerators across the state. When I first arrived in Central Oregon, our board of directors challenged the college to strengthen and expand our workforce development efforts. This has been a key area of focus for COCC, and it remains so in our new strategic plan. We've done some really good work in the last several years, but we also know that there's still more to do in order for us to become the most responsive, the top-of-mind partner for our region's employers. To help me highlight what we've been up to recently, I asked a few of our industry partners and COCC graduates to share with us the impact that the college's workforce development efforts have had on their businesses and their careers.
Pretty similar to everywhere in the US and in the world. We simply don't have enough nurses, pharmacists, technicians, and physicians.
Oftentimes there's huge waits to be seen in the clinic, and a lot of times it's just because of staffing. We just don't have the manpower to be able to see all of the patients that need to be seen.
And we know just by data that we're going to need more hospital beds and more clinic capacity.
COCC has strong programs for enhancing workforce development. The Community Health Worker Program is getting students ready to provide these services in a variety of agencies.
The partnership with Central Oregon Community College and Changing Patterns has created a pathway for returned citizens to get into the healthcare industry, where previously that was pretty difficult to do.
It's important to know that in the last few years, over half of our new residents that come in as new nurses come from COCCs, and about the same number of certified nurses assistants come from COCC.
Central Oregon Community College and the peer support specialist training is by far the best I have seen and been around.
Thrive Central Oregon's partnership with COCC has been integral into better training our own current staff as well as broadening the pool.
I think one of the real strengths of the COCC program is the depth of instruction that you receive. You don't just learn how to perform the skills, but you learn why you're performing them. It's also a great way if you're interested in pursuing further education in healthcare. It's a great way to get your foot in the door into the medical field and start gaining the experience that you need.
As you can see, COCC's collaborations with St. Charles Health System and other partners help us to meet the healthcare needs of our region. In recent years, at the request of St. Charles, we increased our nursing cohort size by nearly 20% in Bend. COCC also partners with St. Charles to offer their current employees both our nursing assistant and medical assistant programs on site. St. Charles hires these students as trainees, and successful graduates are guaranteed positions in their new field. In a particularly exciting development to address the healthcare worker shortage, state legislation now allows community colleges to offer Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees for those folks who already have or are registered nurses. Along with a consortium of Oregon community colleges, COCC is collaborating to create and offer the BSN starting in the 2025-26 academic year. Central Oregon has a critical need for both community health advocates and mental and behavioral health services. Thanks to extensive regional funding and support, COCC now offers both community health worker and peer support specialist training. With cultural competency and trauma-informed skills, community health workers help patients navigate the healthcare system and access crucial resources. Peer support specialists share their lived experience with substance abuse or mental health challenges with others, and they assist those folks in seeking access to addiction or mental health treatment. To date, more than 150 students have completed our community health worker and peer support specialist trainings. COCC recently launched the Center for Business, Industry, and Professional Development to house all our non-credit workforce training offerings. In partnership with organizations like EDCO, READY, SLED, and local chambers of commerce, Our center is an important physical and virtual resource for upskilling professionals and supporting local businesses. COCC offers both short-term and fully customizable workforce training for public and private employers. We're proud to have helped Brightwood Manufacturing, the Deschutes Public Library, the City of Redmond, Farewell Media, Initiative Brewing, and hundreds of other Central Oregon employers to solve their unique business challenges. We're also proud to offer individuals a wide range of professional trainings in subjects like leadership, communications, and project management, as well as certification courses in subjects as varied as phlebotomy, cybersecurity, forklift operations, and licensed tax preparation. Thanks to essential partnerships with East Cascades Works, Heart of Oregon Corps, and the Central Oregon Builders Association, we've been able to expand our BOLI-approved pre-apprenticeship in construction. COBA donated a mobile training unit which we can use to bring the program into rural and underserved areas of our district. With our dedicated partners, we are helping to grow the local labor force required to build the new homes needed to help solve our housing crisis. Another strategic plan project that we're very excited about is the revitalization of our Manufacturing and Applied Technology Center, our MATC, in Redmond. We were fortunate to be allocated $4 million by the Oregon legislature in the last session, which COCC will match. The MATC revitalization project will entail a renovation and expansion of the current facility and offer newly developed curriculum that specifically meets local industry needs. We will focus this expanded curriculum on short-term stackable certificates and responsive non-credit options. If there's one project that exemplifies all the college's strategic plan goals and which represents our mission in action, it's COCC's Madras campus expansion. This spring, we will break ground on a new 24,000 square foot building on land generously donated by the Bean Foundation. This facility directly addresses the shortage of healthcare and early childhood education workers, as well as the scarcity of childcare sites. When the new building opens in fall of 2025, Warm Springs and Jefferson County residents will be able to stay in Madras to earn COCC degrees or certificates in nursing, nursing assistant, medical assistant, and early childhood education. We expect to graduate 58 additional healthcare students annually from our expanded Madras campus. Most of these students will be employed in Jefferson and Crook counties, serving rural patient populations. We also expect to graduate 30 additional early childhood educators annually from our Madras campus. Within the new building, a brand new child care center managed by the Children's Learning Center of Madras will create up to 100 new child care spots and integrate directly into COCC students' learning experience. Some of the COCC Madras graduates will be able to work at the new on-site child care facility. This $18 million facility is being funded through federal and state sources, grants, and private donations. COCC's Madras campus expansion could only happen with the help of our community partners and your support. As we stand at this moment in COCC's history, preparing to celebrate the 75th anniversary of our Bend campus, and embracing new directions shaped by our strategic plan, I am filled with gratitude and optimism. Our commitment to empowering our students and engaging our communities is steadfast. I extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you, our community leaders, our board of directors, foundation board members, employees, and everyone who helps to make COCC a long-standing source of opportunity and excellence in our region. Thank you for your support and for being an integral part of COCC's ongoing story. Together, we are writing a narrative of strength, collaboration, and lifelong learning in our region. I hope you leave today excited to share this story with your Central Oregonians. Colleagues and friends, partners and champions, faculty and staff, because of you, the state of COCC is strong. The future of your community college is bright. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.